Have you ever watched your whole world burn down from the inside of a locked room? That's what it felt like. Sitting on the edge of our bed at 2 a.m., the blue light of an old phone screen painting my face in shades of ice. It was her old phone, the one she detossed in a drawer and forgotten about when she got her shiny new upgrade. The one she'd used to block my number on her new device thinking I was cut off. But she forgot this one still got her messages. And as I scrolled every ping, every heart emoji, every whispered plan between her and him was a new nail in the coffin of the man I used to be. The final message I read that night simply said, "He has no idea. He's too stupid to ever figure it out." That was the moment the love died, and something else, something much colder, began to grow in its place. If you genuinely enjoy our stories, please subscribe to the channel. Tell us where you're from and what time it is right now. It's always fascinating to know how far our story flows. For 10 years, Sarah was my everything. We built a life in a quiet suburb of Chicago, a little 2-story house with a garden I tended every weekend. I thought we were happy. I was a high school history teacher. She was a rising star in a downtown marketing firm. I didn't mind that she worked late, that her business trips became more frequent. I was proud of her. I'd pack her suitcase, make sure she had her favorite snacks for the flight, was the loyal, supportive husband. A fool. The change was subtle at first. A new perfume she claimed was a free sample. A sudden obsession with the gym, her phone always angled away from me, a nervous twitch in her eye if I got too close. Then came the receipts for dinners I wasn't at, from restaurants on the other side of the city. When I'd ask, her voice would turn sharp, laced with a chilling condescension. "Are you checking up on me, honey? It was a client dinner. You know how it is." She made me feel small, paranoid. Like my questions were an accusation against her ambition, not her fidelity. The woman I loved was being replaced by a cold, manipulative stranger who looked at me with something bordering on pity. The breaking point came on our anniversary. I'd booked a table at Gibson's Bar and Steakhouse on Rush Street, our spot. She canceled an hour before a flat text message stuck at the office rain check. I drove by her office building. The parking garage was nearly empty. Her car wasn't there. I sat in my car, the engine off, the silence screaming, and I just shattered. The humiliation was a physical weight, crushing my chest. I drove home, walked into our perfect house, and saw our wedding photo on the mantel. Her smiling face was a mask. I went upstairs, and that's when I saw the old phone peeking out from a junk drawer. An hour later, I knew everything. His name was Mark. He was her boss. Their texts were a disgusting tapestry of inside jokes, explicit photos, and critiques of my failings. They called me the teacher, a pathetic figure in their grand romance. They felt untouchable, laughing at my ignorance from their 5-star hotel rooms in Miami and Los Angeles. That night I didn't sleep. I sat in the dark, the broken husband, and let the pain hollow me out. But as dawn broke over Lake Michigan, the grief started to curdle into something else. Rage. A cold, clear, strategic rage. The teacher was about to give a lesson. My revenge began, not with a bang, but with a click. The click of a camera shutter, the click of a mouse saving a file. I hired a private investigator, a grizzled ex-cop who operated out of a dusty office in a less glamorous part of town. He was expensive, but every penny was an investment in her destruction. While Sarah was on a business trip to Dallas with Mark, my pie was documenting every shared meal, every lingering touch in the hotel lobby, every late-night entry into their single shared room. He got photos, he got hotel folios. He even got a recording of them in the hotel bar, laughing about how they were going to tell me after they'd secured a new joint account. While she was living her fantasy, I was building my arsenal. I contacted a shark of a divorce lawyer, a woman known for leaving her opponents with nothing but the clothes on their back. We set the traps. I moved our joint savings into a protected account my lawyer set up, legally and quietly. I documented every asset, every gift from my family, every dollar I had poured into her success. I was no longer the broken man. I was a general planning a war. The final act was set for her company's annual awards gala, a massive event at a lavish downtown hotel where she was slated to receive the Marketer of the Year award. It was her coronation. 2 days before the event, I had her served with divorce papers at her office. The summons landed on her desk in front of everyone, including Mark. The charge: adultery. The evidence: an attached file containing a curated selection of the PI's finest work. The legal trap was sprung, but the social one was yet to come. I knew her CEO, a man who valued his company's family-friendly image above all else. I arranged a meeting with him the morning of the gala. I didn't raise my voice. I just laid out the facts, the photos, the hotel bills. I explained how his star employee and his senior VP were using company funds to facilitate their affair. I watched the color drain from his face. That night, Sarah walked onto the stage to a smattering of confused applause. She looked out at the crowd, her eyes searching for Mark, who was conspicuously absent. The CEO stepped up to the podium, took the award from her hands, and announced that due to unforeseen circumstances, the award was being rescinded pending an internal review of corporate policy violations. The room fell into a dead, shocked silence. She stood there, her face a mask of horror, as hundreds of her colleagues stared, whispering. She was publicly, completely, and irrevocably ruined. I wasn't there to see it. I was already on a plane, heading somewhere quiet. I never saw her again. I heard she was fired, that Mark was fired, that her parents wouldn't speak to her. She lost the house, her career, her reputation. She lost everything. Sometimes, late at night, I pull out that old phone. The screen cracked now, the battery barely holding a charge. I scrolled through those old messages, not to feel the pain, but to remind myself of the lesson she taught me. Trust is a fragile thing, but betrayal is a fire that can forge a man into something unbreakable. It's been a year, and the silence in my new life is deafening, but it's the sound of peace. Her ghost is gone, but the man she killed is the one I miss the most.